What is going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to the Ready Bag, the #1 arm wrestling interactive podcast in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and we are here with two of the members from Team Europe. If you're wondering what the bloody hell is going on, well, let me explain to you. Next weekend, Saturday, the 27th of May, live on pay-per-view, Team Bulgaria versus Team Europe in a 4-on-4 head-to-head slugfest. They're going to knock each other out. It's going to be brilliant. And we've got two of the Team Europe superstars. Hopefully, Sabin Badulescu will join us a little later on in the program. But let me introduce these two superstars, starting with the handsome man below me. He is a junior world champion. He is a European champion. He is the Polish powerhouse. It is my man, Kacper. Kacper, welcome to the show.
Hello.
He is looking good. He is ready to go. Give us a flex, Kacper. Give us a flex.
Oh, no.
Shit!
Yes.
Yes.
I'm glad he's a team member. I'm glad he's on my team.
That's right. And speaking of, not only has this English fella got some of the best initials on the planet, hey, if you've got arm wrestling stocks, put them all in on this guy. He's an arm god superstar, an arm wars superstar. Just got back from pulling in the East versus West tournament. He is the brick wall. It is James Wall. James, welcome to the show.
Hello. Well, thank you for having me.
Mate, this is incredible. I mean, Fox 8 Ball's very happy. James Wall is the straight up killer. Oh, ready, bang. Topple Hutchins in the chat. He is up at a bear, says, ready, bang, your bangers, as well as the dangerous one. Hopefully, Sabine will join us a little later on in the program. So, James, Team Europe. Give people a bit of a background. How does one become a member of Team Europe?
Well, mate, I only just found out about less than a week ago when I was at the Arm Gods event at the Fit Expo, and Paul just said, Plamen Dimitrov been trying to get in touch with you about an event in Sofia, so get in touch. So I was literally like straight on the phone to him, and he said, this is the event we're doing. Would you like to do it? And I was just like, yes, get me involved. And that's it, mate, really. I don't know a lot about the event. I now know who I'm competing against. I now know the team members. But other than that, I don't know too much about it. So I'm excited to know what everyone else knows, really.
Well, there we go. Well, let's go to you, Kacper. So we've got an English puller, a Romanian puller. I'm not sure where he is from, and then yourself from Poland. When did you find out, Kacper, that you were a part of Team Europe?
I feel good that they invite me for the fights. I'm tracking the Bulgarian arm wrestlers because they are super good. I don't know what's the secret of their training or what, but I feel happy that I will take a part in this event. Honestly, in July, I will have a super match with Plamen in Poland, and I will meet him in Bulgaria at first fight. So I'm good. I will test him because I never met him before on the table, because I pull another league like IFA, and they are from the WF. So,
mate, let's go Team Europe. Let's go Team Europe. So letting everyone know watching, we've got Martin Pantelev, we've got Stefan Lengarov, Plamen Dimitrov that everyone is mentioning, and then Jordan Sonev. That is Team Bulgaria. They'll be on the show Tuesday night, those four superstars. So for everyone watching, the pay-per-view link is in the comment section. It's also in the description. I will be the official commentator for the event. Lucky for me, I get to stay at home. So how it works, guys, is they're all 4 different weight categories. James, what are you sitting at? About 90, 91 kilos?
No, a little bit more than that. I actually cut down to about 90 kilos for East versus West. And so I'm back up to about 94, 93, 94 at the moment.
93, 94. And Kacper, you're 97 kilos?
Yeah, I think it's about 98, 97, something like this. It's
around
I'm
there.
always like close to 100.
Yeah. So it's going to be, so you've got 95, you've got 100 kilo. Sabin and Admir, they're both 125 kilos. So you've got to understand, everyone, when you watch the pay-per-view, everyone pulls everyone once. And then whoever's got the most wins will end up being the winner. So let's have a look at who you both are pulling in the first round. I have it here. Where did it go? Show all the matches. Here we go. So, yeah, so you were saying before, Kacper, you've got Plamen Dimitrov in the first round. Have you seen many of Plamen's matches?
Yeah. Yeah, I love arm wrestling. I'm tracking everything about arm wrestling, so I know the style of him. I know everything, but I never met him before. I'm glad that I will have him on the first fight.
Is that
when we'll be fresh? Yeah, because next 2 months I will meet him in a super match. So
will you beat him easy?
Huh?
Will you win easy?
No, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I hope so, but I know that it will be the tough match. I'm not sure how prepared I am right now, but I know that Plamen is prepared every time.
Yeah, Plamen looks like a beast. Now, James, you said, it wasn't that long ago you were invited as a part of Team Europe, and your first match is against Martin Pantalev. Do you know anything about any of the pullers?
So yeah, the first puller, who is it again? Sorry, yeah, Pantalev. I can't actually find a lot of information about this guy, so I don't know too much about him, mate. Whereas Kacper's first puller, Plamen, yeah, I literally grew up like idolizing that guy, to be honest. And I'm glad you've got him first, Kacper. To be honest, he's so flipping good. And the Tusanov as well. I know that he's seriously on form at the moment. Doing amazing. And so the other two guys, I don't know too much about them. Maybe you could shed some light on them, Kacper, or because maybe you follow arm wrestling more than me.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't know a lot about Pantalev. The same. I think he's pulling the masterclass or something.
Yeah. And that's sometimes I don't like to, especially like with East versus West. I started researching the pullers really well, and sometimes that can get in your head a little bit. Sometimes I like just to focus on myself and treat everyone the same. I think maybe super matches where you've got a round of, you've got sort of 6-7 rounds where you have chance to change the matchup. That's sometimes worth really investigating the puller. But when you've just went in tournaments or like this where it's just best of 2, 3. Sometimes you've just got to just do it, haven't you? You've just got to go in and just do your best, and sometimes just do your ace move. That one move that sort of.
If you fail the first round, you have only the second round to make it the same.
Yeah, exactly. Not a lot of time, is it? No. And you don't want a war like this, because this is why I quite like this setup, because for the bigger guys, Sabin could have a war with Tusanev. It could be an absolute screamer, and that's going to take it out. I could get flattened 2-0, but then have some in the tank for the next round. That's what I like about this. It sounds quite interesting. Sounds quite cool.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm happy that I don't meet Jordan the first fight.
Yeah,
he's too much for me. I know it.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, look, when I first saw these names, this was just a massive, massive test for me. I've heard amazing things about you as well. A Polish guy lives near me, actually, called Wojciech.
A few moments ago, I saw the video on YouTube when Jordan beat Devon. So
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh my god, what, this is mega. Yeah, crazy.
Well, we've got someone in here saying Badulescu is a great puller. You will see he has never pulled for Masters. Yeah, he's about 110 kilos, 47 years old. He's a senior member on the team, but never pulled seniors. Kacper, you've got Jordan round 3. James, he's your last opponent. So you guys. So hopefully it's not there.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone watching, every match is a best of 3. So first to 2, hopefully you can roll on and have a rest because it's all going to take about an hour and a half. Once again, pay-per-view is pretty cheap. It's actually going to be live on Bulgarian TV as well. So if you live in Bulgaria, it's going to be free for you, which is good. They're saying Pantelev is a young guy in his soul. Yeah, it's going to be great. We'll see him Tuesday night. The tipster says, hello, Aussie. Greeting to all the European arm wrestlers. These guys don't have a bloody chance. The tipster's on Team Europe. Kacper, what is the perfect amount of rounds for super matches for yourself? Do you like best of 3, best of 5, best of 7, 6 rounds, 10 rounds, 50 rounds?
For me, I think 5 rounds is enough because there can't be a draw. It can be like 3-3 or something. I think best of 5 is the best one.
Yeah. What about you, James?
Yeah, I prefer the shorter ones. Being a fast hitter, it's hard to execute a fast hit over longer rounds. So sometimes the shorter super match is better.
Yeah, but there's a big difference between the super match and the competition. If you win every fight in 1 second, you are fresh and you can get higher. But if you have a tough fight, you are over.
Changes it all, yeah. I had my first round in East versus West was a war, and after that,
you will drain your opponent's energy too. If it's a super match, he will go to the next fight exhausted too. But when you make it in the competition, you're over.
Yeah.
But so James, when you found out about this having back to back super matches, does and I'll ask the same thing to you, Kacper, have you thought of a strategy at all, or is it just I'm just going to pull like James Wall?
No, do you know what, mate? The last few months for me, and especially going to East versus West, has really opened my eyes to like I've got to start using more skill than just speed and power. And I think, and when I looked at this lineup, and especially when Plamin, stuck out, I mean, he's like my kryptonite, my absolute kryptonite. He appears to be unhookable. So it's fortunate that over the last 6 months, a year, that I've actually been developing a top roll, posting, top roll, and just getting some strength in the riser and the hand, because these, that level of top roller is just it's unhookable. Well, I'm sure there's big hookers can do it, but for me, I just had to develop a top roll to try and counter that. So that was the
big thing. But if you know that you can't win your wrist, you can just press.
Yeah, and I'm rubbish flop wrist presser. I'm rubbish. I can't flop wrist at all. More on my left I can, but we'll see. I don't know as well. It's all about being challenged. The last few runs at Arm Gods and Arm Wars, to be honest, haven't really deeply challenged me. I ran over Froda 6-0 in a hook. That was over pretty fast, and so that's why I did East versus West, really, to sort of challenge myself, and that's what this is about. So yeah.
What about you, Kacper? What's the strategy going into this one? Because you want to win your own matches and you want to get points on the board for Team Europe. What's the strategy to have 4 super matches in a row, or three super matches in a row?
I don't know. Just be fast faster than opponent to end it as fast as possible. But there are the top elite pullers. So I will just make what can I make?
Oh, it'll be brilliant. Tall Paul Hutchings says, I don't know much about these guys, so I can't comment. Sounds like they know what they're doing. Absolutely, Tall Paul. James Wall's becoming one of the best super match pullers in the world, and Kacper is a world and European champion. So two high caliber athletes for this one. Kacper, I'll start with you. Because it's not all the same weight category. So if you had a choice, would you rather pull the heavier opponents first or the opponents that are your own weight first?
Honestly, I wanted to pull Plamen only. And I will have him in my first fight. I'm just glad with this. I'm scared to Jordan only because I arm wrestled him like 4 years ago on the side table on IF Awards in Poland, and I felt his power too much. But I don't know how about the rest. I never pulled them before. I don't know what to say. I wanted to pull Plamen first fight. I will make it. I will go as hard as I can, and that's all.
Yeah. What about you, James? Do you want to pull the big lads first? And I've seen you knock over some big lads as well.
No,
I was there at Arm Gods.
I prefer arm wrestling someone with a bigger hand. I don't. There's something about someone an elite arm wrestler with a little hand seems to be really tricky because they haven't got a big hand to match up. So they find they have to sort of like cheat a little bit, and they're sneaky with their setups and hiding their thumb and
it's
things.
not about the kicking. It's about the tactic.
Exactly. So I don't know, mate. No, I'll pull anyone in front of me. Honestly, when I'm up there, I'm fearless. To be honest, little honey badger.
It must be the initials. It has to be the initials. That's for sure. Yeah. Retro Rice with the super chat. Thank you very much, mate. Says James Wall, do you think your perfectly manicured beard will be a deciding factor on the table?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because I've noticed all their beards, and they'll be watching me across the table, and I'll be giving them some advice about that, and then I'll flash pin them. Send them.
Well, speaking of, because it's although the battles. Thank you very much, Retro Roster, you dead set legend. As much as it's like individual battles, the whole point of the thing is a team concept. So, James, in your early battles, say round your first match, and you seem to have the advantage over Stefan, say you flash pin him round one, will you bleed out an opponent to help your teammates further on in the program, or are you just win as quick as possible so I can get through my matches?
Well, I think it'd be nice to look at this completely different as compared to anything else before. And actually, if this will be the first time actually that I'm arm wrestling as a team, so maybe we can all get together and actually discuss the tactics. And if tactics pay off, then I'd be up for anything. This is first time we're going into a team, as a team, representing as a team.
Yeah,
so
we'll see if we don't get destroyed after the first round.
yeah, I'll just be fresh to the end.
Yeah. What about you, Kacper?
Maybe the fourth round.
Yeah.
Will you bleed people out, Kacper, if you get a chance to help out?
Honestly, I don't know. After the first round, we'll see everything, I think.
Yeah. Okay. We've got a super chat here from UDD. Thank you very much. He says, my brother Sabin, Sabin will destroy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Hopefully Sabin will join the chat soon. Yeah, we'll see how he goes. I know he's on the road at the moment, just running a little bit late. But thank you very much. Thank you very much for the super chat. Kacper, is this your first team environment event?
In when I fight as a team,
Yeah.
yeah, it's the first time. I never had something like this before.
So what are your first thoughts when they ring you up and say we want you to be a part of this team?
Honestly, I don't want to injure myself because when I lose my wrist, I go with the that wrist, and I never give up. Like if I get hard fight with the Plamen, I think I will bleed him and me too. After the first fight, I don't know his power, but if we will have the good fight, when I can stop him, I think it will be over for him and for me.
Love it. We've got a question for you, Kacper, from Fox 8 Ball, the Dead Set legend. How
24.
old are you?
24.
24. Young fella, hey? Oh, those young bones that still work.
Yeah, still. But I injured my elbow for like 3 years. It heals right now, but it's not that I'm young. I had a lot of injuries too.
You're very young. Because James, we're roughly the same age, aren't we?
Yeah. Mid to late 30s.
Just young.
Yeah,
Early 30s.
Still holding on. Yeah.
Peter's got a question for you, James. Whereabouts in the UK are you from?
So just outside a town called Grantham, which is near Nottingham. To most people will know that, maybe.
There you go. If that answers you, Peter. Spartek, where did it go? Spartek, Badulescu will hopefully join us at any moment. He says that he was going to be about half an hour late. It's been half an hour now, so hopefully Sabin joins the call any moment now. We'll just have to wait and see. I know him and his lovely wife were driving home. So, guys, you can get some questions in for these two superstars. It is a team of 4. Don't forget the pay-per-view the link is in the description. I'll be the official commentator for the pay-per-view. So anyone around the world that is watching, that has bought the pay-per-view, will get stuck in there, and you'll be able to hear the Aussie arm wrestler, call the action there. So we'll get back to the event. But James, what else is in the future for you after this event? Because you've been quite the busy man this year.
Yeah, mate, the calendar's really busy, and it's going to get a lot busier. So after this, so I only just found out actually that I had planned for ages Adrian O'Dyer, a big super match on the 1st of July. Big match for me. I've been sort of trying to chase this guy for a few years. He's got to come down, I think, from about 108 kilos to 100. And that's a big match. And then I think Paul's doing a qualifier for the Canada trip, which will be in about 2.5 weeks, I think. And then I think I'm hopefully going to be back on Arm Wars in August. And then hopefully September, if I get to go to Canada, then Canadian, out there. And then I think there's another Arm Wars, and then I think it's the Nationals. And I'm out in Belgium as well, doing the Rochefort comp, which has just been taken over by WAF. So I won it last year on the left. So I'm going to go back and try and win that again on the right. And so, yeah, it's so busy at the moment. And then there'll be another. Paul's already lined up a couple of other super matches as well before the end of the year. So there's lots going on, to the point where I don't have time to rest or train. It's not, there's no training camps. It's just this year's just match, rest a bit, match, and it's just it's just crazy. It's good.
Yeah, is there an ultimate goal? Is it to be a WAF or EFA world champion? Is it to get on East versus West or King of the Table main card? Is there a goal, or are you just like, I'm enjoying this bloody ride?
I'm just enjoying this ride, I'm enjoying this ride, mate, so much, and I think that's the main thing for me at the moment. I don't have a goal. I would the only sort of not short term goal. The only goal that I would like to see in the next year or two. I would love to have the best right arm in the UK, and obviously there's a few lads that have got serious weight advantages on me, like Mindaugas Dulskas and Karl Hutchinson and Adrian as well, who I'm challenging. But I would love to try and, even for just a short time, have the best right arm in the UK. I think it's doable. I think that's achievable the way I'm going. And then just enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the ride, mate. Yeah.
Oh, I reckon, yeah, mate. I got my arm wrestling stocks and I've put them in James' wall. That's for sure. Kacper, Fox 8 Balls in the chat. He wants to know who has been your biggest win.
My biggest win?
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't have a lot of chances to fight against WAF guys because Poland changed the federation in 2019, I think, for IFA, and we didn't have a choice to stay at WAF or go to IFA. This whole country moved to IFA, and I pulled WAF in 2017 in junior class last time. I didn't have. I wasn't so successful because I pulled in 90 plus youth men as 91 kilos.
Yeah.
But I had a win against the Russian guy. I don't remember his name. Zakhar Bagayev. I think he was 140, and we bleeded both of us because we had 2 or 3 tough fights. Yeah, but in the WAF Federation, it's the biggest goal. Yeah, and I became 2 times in a row the strongest Polish arm wrestler overall. Last year and this year also.
2-time Polish strongest arm wrestler. Will you be at WAF Worlds in August?
In WAF?
Yeah.
No, because I'm in IFA right now.
Oh, you're in IFA.
I want to change the federation, but I don't know how to make it because all of the country stays in IFA.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. What else is so Fox 8 Ball saying that's a great win that you had. He's very well known. Fox 8 Ball, he knows his stuff. What's the plan for the rest of the year, Kacper? We know that you've got this event. You're pulling Plumman in a one-on-one super match later on. But what else can people keep their eye on?
What else? I don't know. Some Polish competition. Maybe I will move to the Germany for some competitions too. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't have a lot of plans for. I don't want to compete in IFA Awards because the level in IFA is really weak. Last year I won 100 plus, 105 plus in senior class in IFA. I win every fight in 1 second. I was 104 kilos and won the plus category.
Yeah. Okay. Do you prefer super matches or tournaments?
Yeah, I love arm wrestling. I prefer everything.
Everything. What a man. What about you, James?
Super matches or tournaments?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, same as Kacper. Really, I like the difference. I like the build up to both.
If you want to prove to someone that you are stronger, the super match is good. Yeah, because sometimes in tournament you get exhausted against someone other, and the weaker guy will win the category because both of you are exhausted.
Yeah. So the guy I lost to in Turkey, I only lost to one person twice, which is a little bit annoying.
Cool.
But already I think we're going to have a super match. I think that is a possibility of an Arm Wars match later on in the year. And and he's in trouble if he's watching. He's in trouble.
Can you remember his name?
Kirsten. He's a tattooist.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Really weird setup. Very different setup. Unusual. Kirsten. I don't know his surname.
Kirsten Prodigy, I think he calls
Yeah.
himself.
From where?
Yeah, he's from Malta.
Malta.
But he's in.
Yeah, he's just come back to the table, Kacper. He organised super matches in Malta, and he pulled Bojudia Simonov and ripped his arm apart, and then he was slowly making a comeback, and he has done this, which is
Bojudia is super strong too.
The guy is mega. Peter says, Club Torture, is that close to you then, James? How did you get involved with those guys?
Oh, so yeah, gosh, going back in time. So I first started training in Cambridge. Where I'm from is a little bit in the middle of nowhere. It's actually Lincolnshire, so there's not a lot around me. But I first started in Cambridge, did that for a year with a guy called Dan Thomas and Martin Sedlacek. And then I went to Chesterfield Bad Boys with Alan Greaves and Gary Ricketts and Wojciech from Poland. And then I just moved on again. Then at that point I sort of started my own club, and I've got a few regulars here now. But me and Paul do a lot of one-to-one sort of coaching with each other when we have the time. So, and I'm always up clubs. I'm always with the lads at Club Torture for events and things. So I don't necessarily go there for training. In fact, I've probably only had like 1 or 2 training sessions with all of Club Torture. It's just I go there for events, and then we do some pulling on, afterwards and things.
Okay.
So, but I am Club Torture now.
Yeah, brilliant.
Adam's club.
Sorry, mate. Adam Kacper. Yeah. I think he's sort of just changing and doing something else now with Rustam Babayev since he came over. But Adam was part of Club Torture for a long time. I'm not sure what's going on at the moment, but I think he might be doing his own thing. But yeah.
I would like to have the chance to pull Rustam one day.
Yeah, he's rock solid, rock solid. Even when he came,
I think his wrist is not that good right now.
Yeah, I mean maybe for your level, but I don't think there was anyone. Certainly in the UK still strong enough still had a strong enough top roll to take his wrist. No.
I'm not that high.
Yeah.
What's the travel distance for the both of you? Like, Kacper, how long will it take you to get to Bulgaria?
How long it will take?
Yeah, as in the flight. How long's the flight from Poland to
2 hours?
Bulgaria? Sorry?
2 hours.
Oh, beautiful.
I will fly from the Berlin. I have like 200 kilometers from my place from Poland to Berlin, and then I will fly to Sofia. I don't know, 2 hours, 15 minutes.
Yep. What about you, James?
I think about 4. Stansted to Sofia. I think it's about 3.5, 4 hours or something like that.
But does flying bother you guys? Is it way up in the way that you pull when you're just traveling around Europe, or are the flights okay?
I like it. It's exciting. Yeah, it's just cool.
Yeah, it's 2 in 1. We'll have some fights and we'll make some trouble.
There you go. Guys, if you got any final questions, we'll wrap up the show. I don't think Sabin is going to make it, so we might get him on later on in the week. But I'll start with you, Kacper. Is there any certain food that you eat before a match to get that extra energy?
Some sweeties.
Lollies, yes. What about you, James?
Before a match, I have a bit of a ritual actually with lots of things, with music and smelling salts and beta alanine. But food-wise, I don't. I make sure that if I know, I give myself at least like 4 or 5 hours of not eating. So I get a big breakfast in the morning, and then all I eat is probably just bananas. I don't like eating anything like heavy towards the competition or a match.
You don't feel slow.
Yeah, I'd rather be hungry. It's just literally water and bananas at the most. really.
Yeah, there we go. I've just got a message from Admir. He's got to work tonight, so Admir won't be able to jump on. That's okay. I might get Sabin and Admir later on in the week. Kacper, how many wins are you going to have next weekend? How many wins?
I hope every fight. I will win every fight. Yeah, but honestly, I'm not going there to win. I'm going to test myself and to check the stuff what Bulgarian guys create.
Yeah, beautiful. What about you, James? Is the hunger there? Are we just going to beat everyone real easy?
No, well, no. I think I've got to be realistic about this. You know, I'm going over to test myself, but you know, with the heart of a lion, you know, I'm just ready to face anyone. And if I can give these guys a war, then that's another big step up for me. So I will give it everything.
Yeah, for me the same. I will make my best, but if I lose, it's okay. I will have more motivation to train harder.
Oh, it's gonna be a great event, guys. It's going to be on pay-per-view. If you head over, the link is in the description. Buy the pay-per-view. Team Europe versus Team Bulgaria. It is a round robin format. I'll be commentating the pay-per-view. It's going to be a great event. So make sure you go and buy it and tell them Team Europe sent you, because it's just going to be an absolute battle between it. The concept is different, so let's get behind it. Let's try and support it, because whenever someone does something different, we need to support it, because hopefully it can change the way we look at arm wrestling. If you could all please say thank you to Kacper and James for joining us. Guys, cannot wait for the event. It's going to be amazing, and good luck to you both.
Thanks. Cheers. Cheers, mate.
All righty, guys. You guys take care, and we'll see you tomorrow with Terence Opperman. It's going to be on the show.